name is Tobias Cowens. I'm Deputy Chief of Staff for Mayor Moses Rodriguez. And I have to keep remembering to say Moses Rodriguez, because I've worked for Mayor Carpenter for about a year. I'd like to thank everyone for coming today. Unfortunately, Mayor Rodriguez could not be here. But I knew if he were here, he'd want me to congratulate you all and to thank you. And particularly for our dear friend, Jay Miller. I've known Jay roughly 10 years. A wonderful guy, a very funny guy. He's worked with the young, he's worked with the old. He was a very strong supporter of the community. During the later stages of Jay's life, when he was ill, no one really knew, outside of people close to him, that he was going through something serious and that he was ill. He came to work every day. He still maintained his composure, his willingness to work and help people in the community. A great guy. As we look back at this past week, we had a lot of wind, a lot of rain. Today the sun is shining, today is calm. A lot of that reflects on the type of person Jay was. So for you guys, as you walk today, I ask you to walk with smiles, uplifted spirits, and think about Jay. I also like you to think about the people in the community that may have diabetes who have not been diagnosed. I'd like you to think about the people, I think it's over 29 million, who are diagnosed with diabetes. So nutrition, wellness is very important. And starting off today with exercise is amazing. So I want to thank you, congratulate you, wish you the best. And to Jay and his family, thank you for Jay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello everybody, it's nice to see you all here today. I know Jay would love to see this crowd. Him and I did this event from the beginning when it started with Leo McNeil over at Harbor One and the whole crew. It's hard for me. Jay and I knew each other for 12 years. I knew him at the Boys and Girls Club. He was the Pied Piper of kids. That's why I hired him to come over to BCA. He says, I don't know how to do TV. I said, I don't care. You have a great personality and you know exactly what to do and how to talk to people. He was the fun, light guy. I was the serious, interview the politicians and do the hard news stories. But we were a good team. We worked really hard together, and there isn't a day that I don't miss him. We had a coffee, 7:30 to 8:30, 3 mornings a week. Solved all the problems of the world, okay? But I'm doing this for Jay. I'm a diabetic, and that's why I got involved to begin with on the committee. He went to all the committee meetings. I finally figured out why. Because the whole committee are all women.
Oh, there you go.
And they're the nicest people. They're the nicest people in the world, and this is a great cause. And there are a lot of people out there that don't know they have diabetes. So I couldn't think of a more appropriate thing than for this to be named after my good friend and colleague Jay Miller. So we're going to go out and we're going to dominate, and we're going to get it done. Thank you.
Good morning, Brockton. I'm Stella Miller. I'm Jay's mom, and I don't mean to get emotional, but it's really emotional for me to be here. And it's such an honor to our family, the Miller family, the Shaw family, the McIsaac family. I didn't see any of them around, but anyways, Jay just loved Brockton. He loved everything, every organization. He really got involved. And as a family, we would say, hey, Jay, how's work? Great. I mean, he never talked about it. We didn't even know until he got to the end of his life how much of an impact that he had on this community. And this event he really loved a lot. Jay was everyone's hero. Everybody really looked up to him. He was a leader. But he was also very friendly and caring to everyone, regardless of if they had just met or if they had known each other for years and years and years. I can describe him as a man who would always be there for anybody, anytime, anywhere. He would drop something to help people out. I'm sorry I'm reading from this. I thought I would memorize it, but I couldn't. even going through all his treatments, only his immediate family really knew, and his workplace knew that he never talked about it. He didn't complain about it. He used to go to treatments and then go to work. He would be sick, coming home from the treatments, but still show up at work. And we didn't realize this until later on when the Rotary Club gave the speeches and all these memorials that were given in his honor. So we were very honored and blessed to know that. So all I can say is he let everybody else shine. He always stayed in the background. He was humble. He was gracious. He gave not because he had to, but because he wanted to. So Jay left his fingerprints of grace and humbleness in our lives. He was a hero to all of us, and especially to his family and his little son and his wife.
Thank you, Stella. So we were going to have someone from the Y lead a stretch. I'm looking for her right now. There she is. So a quick stretch to warm up, and then we'll get the walk started.
Who's ready to walk?
Yay!
Most important thing about walking and any exercise we do is breathing, so spread out a little bit. We've all got a big wingspan there. Take a nice inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, get tall. Way up. Exhale it out. Nice. One more. Inhale. Tall from your hips. Reach. Exhale it down. Nice. Step out with your right foot. Bend your left knee a little. Bend that front knee a little bit. There's a pile of dirt in front of your foot, and you're gonna tamp it down. Oh my God. Tamp it down. Stomp. Hard. Stomp it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. I don't care who you are. Try my husband. Stomp. Nice and hard. Stomp. Loud. Make noise. Stomp. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. I used to say we were killing ants, but that's not nice. So we stomp a pile of dirt. All right, one more. Inhale it up. Everyone reach for me. Reach across. Reach for me. Keep coming. Reach for me. Reach. Keep going. Keep going. Reach down. Where did you go? Fine. All right, reach up again. Reach. All the way up. Lean back a little bit. Look at the person behind you. Exhale, bring it down. Nice. Go walk. Have fun.
Good morning. gonna do the J thing.
Yeah,
What
red
is this?
face?
What does this mean to you to have this walk named after you?
It means a lot to me. Jay was a huge part of Brockton community, and he was very into health and wellness. And being part of this organization and the organizations that are part of this walk is huge. And he would honor it every year. So I'm happy for this day and every day we can celebrate him.
Absolutely. Thank you. Set some perspective. Okay.
We do. It's because every senior is predisposed to diabetes just because of their age. Those over the age of 65, just because of their age, are predisposed to the disease. And it's a very underdiagnosed disease because people don't recognize that they have it. So our goal is to increase the awareness of diabetes with our seniors. We do the National Diabetes Prevention Program, which is a year-long program for people who may be pre-diabetic. And also we do with the Brockton Visiting Nurses Association the Diabetes Self-Management Program. We also now have a part of the TAFS grant with the Y to raise awareness of diabetes and also food disparity in the city. A lot of our seniors don't have enough to eat, and if they don't have enough to eat, they'll eat the wrong things, which again will make them more at risk for the diabetes.
Okay, and my second question is, you and I both work very closely with Jay Miller.
Yes.
Why is it so meaningful that this walk is now named after him?
I think it was just so appropriate. Jay sat at the table the first year we were putting together Brockton Knoxdown Diabetes, and he's been here every year since. And doing what you're doing with me today, about raising HELL with all of us. We had such a good time with him. He's a light that's gone out but stays in the back of our mind every single day. So he was a great guy, and we miss him dearly every day.